Grab your mic and original. Grab your mic and original. I am your host with the most entertainment. You can't complain, you won't blame me. Just grab your mic, you're an original. Sit back, relax, cause you're like at home. Thank you for listening and tuning in to me. It's a pleasure to bring you all the gossip that you need. Stand back. I got information. I got facts. Like who was the first black president and who likes the color red. I can bring you the COVID-19 news, or I can bring you In Vogue's new album. I'm super savage, and this is Grab Your Mic and the Bitch. What's up? This is your girl, Super Savage, and you are on Grab Your Mic and Original. And just want to let you know that coming up, we're going to go ahead and do our part 2 with struggling as a musician, as well as the Black and Proud movement organizations back in the day, and how they made an impact with the black community, as well as what's your favorite black television show. All that and more up next on the Grab Your Mic and Original. See you soon. I get to spend time with you and listen and talk about real good stuff that you can't talk about with nobody else. This is the best podcast. Grab your mic and original. Grab your mic and original. Grab your mic and original. Y'all are original. I am original. So grab your mic. I got everything you wanna talk about. The hottest hip hop news. The best hot phones and the new Jordans that came out. I could talk about all of that and more. Grab your mic, it's original show. Welcome. I'm glad that y'all came and listening to me tonight. How are y'all doing? I just want to say this. Welcome, everyone. If you are new listening to me, I am your host, Super Savage, and this is Grab Your Mic in the Original. And we are stating facts. We are having a good time. We're learning things. We're growing together. We're just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We're just having a swell time. So I really appreciate everyone that's for listening. I don't know if I don't want to really get off into, like a newscast or anything, but global warming is crazy. 75% of the United States is buried in snow. It's 40 degrees in New York. What is going on, people? Tornadoes in South Carolina. Global warming is really at an all-time mix-up. Oh God, they said it was gonna happen. So everybody just pay attention to what's going on in the weather. I mean, we're buried in 11 feet of snow, and I'm in Arkansas, so this says a lot, guys. I just want to let y'all know that it's global warming, climate is changing, and it's very obvious. All right. Coming to y'all today with part 2 of the challenges of being a musician. last night we talked about a few things. We hit a couple of points on how to make your musical checklist if you needed one. How to also make sure your coins is in session. So basically now we need to talk about the advantages, stage fright, picking the right manager, going with the right record label, things like that are on the advantage. It's some things that there's come to an advantage. When we also left off, we were speaking on how to be loud, and loud is good. Loud is a part of expression, in order to get your voice and your name out there. So, in the conclusions of talking about that, we're going to talk about the most loud, proud organizations of the Black history. Okay, baby. When I say the 60s and 70s, the NCAACP. Yes. Yes. And then after that, I got to hit y'all with some Black entertainment television, okay? Because nothing was better than Good Times. All right, so let's go dig on in here now. So the primary pro of being a professional, musician is that you get to enjoy your art. You get to earn income and following your passion and doing what you love. So when doing what you love, man, it comes with its perks. You have an opportunity to collaborate with other best artists. Genre, you get to travel, you get to have a variety of new experiences. Man, you often get to meet some of your fans and see how crazy people go over you. Sometimes you get the highest level of professional treatment, and you get to earn and be wealthy. Okay, be wealthy, ain't nothing but a big thing, babe, money, man. Okay. I mean, you get other benefits to being a professional musician is perfecting your craft, making a contribute to the artistic community, and making the industry contacts that can help advance you to your career and other performances. So it's got its perks. Now, when it comes to all of that sounds good and great. What makes you an abrasive artist is that it's your struggle is your music. So that's one thing I can say passionately about the disadvantages. The disadvantages, yes, they are unstable. It is unstable income. You don't know whether you're going to the next gig or not. You don't know when the road will have any drawbacks. You don't know if you can even call yourself a musician. It's just. But that's part of your struggle. So I don't want y'all to get it, twisted and say, oh man, there's these, I don't want to scare you away from it, because if you're a leader and you're going to follow your heart, you're going to do what you want to do and what you need to do. I'm just stating the precautions. Okay. So, I'm not trying to run you away from it, just letting you know heads up, this is what to look for. But that's also can be turned around into advantages, because if you make it through that, then you can make it through anything. My mom and dad always say, "What don't kill you make you stronger," and that's basically correct. The entertainment business is a business that they don't cut no corners. You're either that what they're looking for or you're not. So you have to really put yourself into a mind frame of, okay, I'm going to face this head on, and go for it. Once you do make it through that threshold, Then there's a saying, well, what record label are you? Or if you even going to need a record label, you might just want to be an independent artist. Or do you want to produce your own music? There's so many different factors within the music industry. A lot of people, including myself, I went back and I took a lot of musical reading sheet courses, because when it's time, when it got crunch time, and you want to be different and innovative, and you want to be a standout artist. So I wanted to be a hybrid, and a hybrid artist is basically an artist that does everything. They engineer, they produce their own music, they write, they sing, they mix and master. So I mean, it depends on what you want to, which way you want to take it in order to make it. And so I want y'all guys to just sit back, enjoy this ride, honey, because I'm going to take you there, here, and there, and we're going to meet back up here. I'm just saying. So, one of the advantages of, like I said, go ahead and making it through those times, and you're blessed to make it through. You get to own your name. Now, I know y'all be like, what? I already own my name. No, you don't, baby. It's a lot of different Tims and Todds and Jessicas and Felicias. No. You get to own your stage name. I own my stage name. Nobody else can use Super Savage. And that's something that, that's a privilege, and it's part of an advantage. So you get to own your name. You get to own your music. That music is yours. Nobody else can use it. Oh gosh. That's an accomplishment, as well as seeing your growth. So let's just say, when you finish your first demo, that's an advantage. Finishing your very first song. When you hear your radio, playing your song for the first time, that's an advantage. Endorsements, people that believe in you and stand behind you will, for a fact, want you to market it for them. Basically, be the face and the brand of their shoes, or of their Barbie dolls, or of their food. And so that's an advantage. You get to take care of your family. And when I say your family, mom, dad, whoever, it's a lot of I would call it advantages towards that, but those are the ones that really matter to me. And you get to things that you won't be doing anymore is posting on your own social sites. I think a couple of people, you can, but a lot of people have people that do that for them. I see a lot of artists hiring their friends to do their help with their money, or help with them on stage, or they give them certain jobs, security. So it's an advantage, as well as the family can eat as well. You opening up job opportunities for people that didn't have job opportunities before, letting them get in experience in with you. You get to tell your story. I know, a lot of people want to tell their story, and your story is not over once you get there. It's just getting started. So, just make sure that you continue to flourish and grow and perfect your craft. And so, with saying that, I just want you to know that there will be many benefits to being an artist. But when you get a fan, okay, somebody that believes in your music, you have the opportunity to change someone's life. You get to promote happiness in other people. You get to enhance your skills of listening to your artists and your fan base, and know that they believe in you. You get to have a sense of achievement. The music helps you express and release stress and tension, and help others overcome what they're going through. You get to play good music. Ain't nothing like making good music. I love music. You get to have your own work hours. You get to basically you get to meet new people, and you're always focused and you're always on the grind. And so I love that. Now, is it worth becoming a musician? Yeah, I believe so, because music is school. Music is art. It's almost never worth it if you don't put in the grind to do it. It's a wonderful career, you know. And so, with that being said, you always want to say, well, I've made it this far. What's next? Sky is the limit. You can basically do anything you want to do. And so, I believe that the next step would be, and it comes to the smallest details. Do you want background singers? Do you want to sit down on stage? Do you want to sit up on stage? Where do you want to tour? I mean, it's so many different levels, but the levels that we're going to concentrate on, like I said earlier, is just when you're just now your feet wet. What studio? Do you going to? Who are you going to work with? What do you want? What do you want out of a manager? Do you know how to read contracts? In and out of reading contracts. Contracts are the most important part of your career, because are you signing over your money or are you signing over your life? It's very good manner if you learn that first end. So, but tomorrow we'll be talking about the paperwork to the musician, the money, the investments, the contracts, and things of that nature. Like I said, I'm not going to bog you guys down with a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but with everything packed in one segment, because it's so easy to jump to one thing to the next. I don't want to do that. So basically, we're just saying now the advantages, what's coming up next, like your name, your music, the first experience that you get when you do your first demo. Those things like that nature. So when we return, though, we will be naming a few things that you may want to just take a look at and say, I want to make sure I have those things tied up in a row. The law, okay, baby, the law. We'll be right back. I'm super savage, and this is Grab Your Mic in the Original. Yes, we are back, and I am your host, Super Savage, and we are talking about musician, the struggles, the ups and downs of being a musician, and everything that comes with it. So I said when we got back from the break, we were going to talk about what you may want to do and make sure all of your ducks are in a row before you start getting famous. Yes, I'm talking about the law. No warrants, no probation, no parole. You don't want to, have something in your past that's going to come back and bite you in the butt. You also don't want to you also don't want to have. I wouldn't want to have child support. I wouldn't want to have anything that's going to basically give you a setback. A lot of artists tend to forget, hey, I'm in trouble with the law. I'm running from the law, or I owe back taxes, and the IRS is looking for me, or Martha Stewart, West Snipes, West Snipes. But or even I have a long lost child somewhere, or anything that's in your past that you know is going to come up, and it's going to put a halt or a halt on your future. You might want to take care of that. It's very important because that don't never go away. It never goes away, and once you get to where things are just coasting for you in your life and you're in your craft, that's when things start to take a turn. As far as blackmail, people that envy you, that they thought you were supposed to help them, and people can get vicious, and you might didn't pay your taxes 2 or 3 years in a row, or you might owe for child support, or you might have messed with a boy or a girl, got a baby and left the baby. Anything. Make sure your past won't come back to haunt you. That's the number one thing I wanted to address. And I could not wait till tomorrow to address it, because I should have said this yesterday. If you got warrants, fix that stuff. Old tickets, fix that stuff. You're on parole or probation, and you're not supposed to leave your county or your state, and you do anyway. Go through the proper networks and channels to get the things done, so you won't have to go back and say, "Hey, forget that crap." In the end. And it may ruin your career, and it may ruin your image. And once that's ruined, you never come back from that. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you take care of that type of stuff. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to our Black and Proud movement. I want to say right now that these organizations were the toughest of the toughest, the baddest of the baddest. They got things done. They spoke up. You know what? They were not afraid. I think nowadays we have gotten afraid of using our voice. Back in the day, that's all they had. And I want to let you know, I admire these people. They are, oh God, I love them to death. But I want to let you know that this is something here, okay? The movement. Here we go. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NCAACP, the Congress of Racial Equality, also known as the CORE, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, also known as the SCLC. The Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, the SNCC. The Civil Rights Movement from 1919 to 1960s. Malcolm X was an influential thinker, and he became the Black Power movement. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals of the Black Panther Party. Black Power was revolutionary. The moment that occurred in the 1960s and 1970s, it emphasized racial pride, economic empowerment, and the creation of political and culture institutions. The origin of the first use of the term Black Power, it was the root that can be traced to author Robert Wright, which also was a Black author for the Black Power, published in 1954. This subject guide highlights recorded of federal agencies and collections that related to the Black Power movement of the 1960s and 70s. You have the Deacon of the Defense and Justice. The Nation of Islam. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. And you have several individuals, including Malcolm X, Elaine Brown, Angela Davis, Fred Hampton, Amilcar Barkey, and Shirley Chisholm. These are the subject guys that were around they were the Black Power movement to the federal government. We also had the Women in Black Power. There were African American women played an important and influential roles of the Black Power movement. They held leadership roles in various Black nationalist organizations, while at the same time they were fighting against the sexist ideal of the male members. Also had the Black Arts Movement, which is a Black national expression of music, literature, drama, visual arts, made up of Black artists and influentials. It participates and shared many of the idealistic of the Black self-determination and political beliefs, also by Black Power. Black Power is what made the 60s and 70s. The dynamic of it was immaculate. It was above what you can even imagine. The magnitude of the involving in the community was just breathtaking. So I want to thank all of my listeners for being here. Tonight was very, very powerful. The Black and Proud movement, y'all. Up next, we'll be talking about our Black television entertainment right after these messages. you, and we are back. I am your host, Super Savage, and this is Grab Your Mic in Original, and we're talking about today musicians and the struggles that they face, also as the challenges and the pros and cons, as well as the power of Black movement with the organizations. And now we're going to talk about our favorite sitcoms of the 70s, y'all. I still watch these shows. I still watch these shows. I can't help it. They were the bomb now, so I can just imagine back then. It just shows you how they were so powerful that they're still, they're still around. I can never get enough of Sanford and Son. And I could not get enough of, hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. And I also could not get enough of, I think it was like, I forgot the name of that show. What was the name of that show? Oh my God, I've had a brain. Y'all always laughing at me. Different strokes, y'all. As well as What's Happening with Rerun. And we also had the Jeffersons. Those are just a few to name. And all throughout the time until now, Black entertainment television has been on the scope of new evolvement and evolving into a culture that is loud and proud. So I want to give it up to them. I got a few more that I have to say. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it went on and on and on. Now, I also like That's So Raven. She was, I don't know how I went to Disney, but y'all know what I'm saying. Black entertainment. Okay, guys. That is it for today. I want to thank y'all for listening to Super Savage. And this is Grab Your Mic in the Original. And like I always do, say stay blessed. Thank you for listening to my show. I hope you enjoyed yourself, 'cause I did. Oh, we're gonna meet up back here again Wednesday at 12. I'm a podcast. I enjoyed you. I enjoyed you. Have a